All right, we're going to talk a little bit about mindset. This is actually something I work with almost all of my clients every single week in some sort of way. I work on it with myself, everything. It's tips and tricks or things to be reflective on or think about when you're in the process of anything, not even just weight loss, like in life, anything that you're working towards trying to be better at. Your mindset is everything. It will determine everything. So these are a few pointers, tips, whatever, that I address, I work on, and I find it very, very helpful. So I just thought I would share it with you guys today. Okay guys, mindset is everything. Absolutely everything. Me as an entrepreneur, when I first started my business, I had to pep talk myself. I can't tell you how many days when it was so hard. It was so hard to get a business up and going, to grind from zero and turn it into something. And it beats you down. It beats you down a lot. And that's what determines success of a lot of people, is if you give in to that beat down or if you push through it. And I would push through it, but there was a lot of hard days, guys. There was a very, very lot of hard days. But from that, in the years, I have learned a lot. I have grown tremendously as a person, and it has helped me help my clients even more. Almost everything that my clients are going through, I have gone through myself in some form, way. It may not be the exact same event, but the triggers of the event are relatively the same. Outcome, how you feel, mindset, all that kind of stuff are very similar. They're correlated, if you want to say. So these are tips, tricks, things that I like to remind myself, remind my clients of each week, so that you learn to start appreciating yourself, your hard work, a little bit more, and realizing, yeah, we all have this big goal at the end, but you just don't go from A to Z, right? We go through B, C, D, and all these other points along the way that get us to Z. And all these other little points need to be regarded, rewarded, acknowledged, all of that, because you have to have a ton of small victories to get to that one big one. So, all right, with that said, you have to, first and foremost, you have to acknowledge bad days. A lot of times clients, I do a weekly check-in with my clients, and they'll had a bad week. It was a super stressful week with work, or the kids, something happened with the kids, or, life just happened that week, and it won't be their best week, and they are so beat down on themselves for having a bad week. And right off the bat, I'm like, it's life. Life always happens, and it's going to happen again. And what we have to learn is how to handle those weeks, okay? You kind of just got to acknowledge them for what they are. Say, okay, this was one hell of a week, one shitty week. It is what it is. Next week's going to be better, and you just move on. Or if you have a really bad day, don't let that bad day turn into a week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks. Just acknowledge the bad day. Just say, shit, I had a bad day today. I didn't do my best. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. This kept me from this. It is what it is. And if you think it's never going to happen again, you're crazy. That shit's going to keep happening the rest of our life. What we do, though, by acknowledging the bad days, is we get better at our response to the bad days. We get better at allowing ourselves just to be like, okay, dust it off. It happened. I'm going to move on. I'm just going to pick myself up tomorrow, and we're going to try this again. That's all you got to do. Okay? And I know it sounds way easier than it actually is to do it, but just try. Just put some effort into just acknowledging the bad day for what it is, sit on it, stir on it, then get rid of it and be done with it. I still have to work on that. I've gotten way better at it. I used to, there's that saying, you can get 20 great compliments in one bad one, and that one bad one will determine your mood for the day. I used to be really, really sensitive to that, and I would get one bad comment or one bad thing would happen, and it would literally throw me down a spiral for the rest of the day. I've gotten so good now at just dusting it off and getting better at taking criticism, when people give me feedback that I may not like, but it's still feedback I need to hear, and I take it, I get the good points from it, and then I move on, because taking that type of stuff is what's going to make you better in the end. So I've gotten very good at not allowing a lot of stuff to affect me, and I really try to work with my clients and get them to that point as well. All right, next, it's taking action, okay? I've done a video on this about motivation. Motivation does not just fall out of the sky, okay? It's never just gonna knock on the door one morning and say, get your butt out of bed, let's go. It doesn't work that way, okay? You have to do something you don't want to do, basically. You have to push through and do the things you don't want to do, the things that are hard. You have to do those things, okay? From taking that action, doing the steps of the things that we don't want to do, results will come, okay? Once you start to get results, motivation follows, okay? Because you start to see the results, that turns into motivation. That motivation will keep pushing you to take action and do the things that you don't like to do because you know you're going to get more results, okay? So that's, I talk with my clients a lot about that. You have to do the hard stuff. You have to do the things that you don't want to do, okay? That's part of life. But we grow in challenges, okay? We grow when things are bad, when things are shitty. We don't really grow a lot when things are good because everything's going. Nothing's challenging you. Nothing's pushing back at you. You grow when things are hard, okay? And then, like I said, last, reflect on daily progress. We don't go from A to Z just in a straight line, right? We go through B, C, D, E, F, and G. So all those daily progresses that you're having, even if it's the smallest thing, it's still progress. With my clients, if they didn't drink a Coke today, okay, that's progress because 2 weeks ago you were drinking 2 a day. Now you didn't have any, that's fantastic. Maybe tomorrow you have one, but today you didn't. So you've got to celebrate those small daily progresses. You have to acknowledge them. You have to be proud of yourself. There's so many, I think, people are scared to be proud of themselves or show that they've done good or whatever it may be because then people, criticize or say that's vain or whatever. Screw them. You do you. If you guys know anything about me, you follow me on social media, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care what anybody else has to say about my goals and my efforts to reach my goals. It's my body, it's my life, it's my health, and I'm going to do what is best for me. Because when I'm doing what's best for me and making me the best version of me, I'm going to be so much better for everybody else that's around me. So if that comes across to you as selfish or this, that, and the other, you're misguided because it is not selfish to want to take care of myself. But 2, I don't care because me being better is going to be me being better for my family and the people around me that really make a difference to me. So you do you, okay? You do what's good for you. You don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks about you or passes judgment on you. And if they're passing judgment on you, it's not somebody you need to be surrounding yourself with anyways, okay? Your good friends, your family, all that kind of stuff, they're going to support you. They want you to be successful in what you're working on. You just have to communicate it with them. You have to let them know. You got to say, I'm working on this is where I need help. I need you to support me. I can only do this or blah, 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 whatever that looks like to you. But you got to communicate it to them. Then they'll support you. Then you're going to be successful. So I hope this is helpful. If anything, just take a little piece away from it. Just working on it. Being actively conscious and working on you on a day-to-day basis and becoming a stronger, better version of you mentally, physically, spiritually, and all things, socially, whatever that is, okay? Just working on it day by day. And again, this is it's a lifetime. It's a lifestyle. We're never going to be the best version of ourselves now. We're going to continually grow. We're always looking to get better. Just keep improving. Just keep working towards it, and I promise you'll eventually get to a spot where you're happy and you feel good, then it's still continual work, if that makes sense to you guys. So anyways, mindset's everything. Take this for what it's worth to you, but I just thought I would like to share it because it's stuff that I personally work on every day with myself and my clients. So, all right, guys, have a great day.